about to be introduced to the world. You're coming out. Your public announcement is coming. I don't know what this energy is. I'm so sorry, but I'm not really that sorry if I'm just being honest. Mo money, mo problems. So somebody's about to get some material support. Yeah. And it's your destiny. What is this? What is all of, I don't know. We're just going to keep it moving. I don't care. This is who I am. This is just who I am. Oh. Okay. So the material blessings that are coming in for you are, it's a gift from the universe, like I said, but specifically, I feel like this is something you were always going to get. You just had to, a couple of things. You had to be able to protect it when it came in, but also you needed to repair your relationship with trust. Trust in the higher power that you believe in, God, spirit, the universe, aliens. I don't care who it is, what it is, but you had to find that trust. And I'm hearing unwavering trust. So it's all... so interesting. Like, your name has always been on this thing, so it was always going to find its way to you, but you sped up the process because of you repairing your relationship with your higher power, your trust. You've learned how to give yourself grace. I'm hearing you always gave everyone else way too much grace. It's almost like you were blind with how much grace you gave, but you never gave yourself even an ounce of that grace. I'm telling you, the universe is coming, it's coming in hot for you, with you. There's also inner child wounds that you had to heal to get here. So maybe this is a wish that you made when you were a child. And when you wished upon that star, when you wished upon that star, the universe was like, yep, schedule it. That's for him, that's for her, that's for them. Schedule it. We're going to do it. And then life lifed and did what it did, and you lost track of yourself. You lost track of your purity. It's like life lifed so hard, and it turned you hard. It turned you into this person that was very protective of yourself. I'm hearing maybe you were a little feral. That's okay. We love feral. You just have to learn how to be feral in a way that you're not bleeding on people that have no business being bled on. But this thing was always yours. This was always your legacy. 303 on the timer. You just had to go through I'm hearing the right amount of ego deaths in order to cleanse you of these toxic patterns or these toxic mindsets that were heavily ingrained in you. Yeah, this like lingering pain, this lingering resentment. You had to get rid of it. Yeah, because it was essentially draining you. 333 on the timer. It was essentially draining you because of, and like putting you into this state of burnout, because it's like you had like these crazy standards for yourself that you weren't allowed to make mistakes. You had to be perfect, even in something that you were brand new to. Like you had never seen it or experienced it before, and you still expected perfection from you. That's not fair. That wasn't enough grace for yourself, and you were stressing yourself out, burning yourself out, and they had to heal those perfectionist wounds, the imposter syndrome, before they could give you this thing. Because with more money comes more problems. And I'm not saying that money doesn't solve a lot of problems, but also it can create a lot of problems socially, specifically like socially. And you had to figure that out. Like you had to figure out boundaries. You had to figure out who was worthy of your time and energy and who wasn't, because you were in this state of grace and servant leadership that you forgot that you have to fill your cup first, that you have to make sure you're good before you can make sure anybody else is good. You were never taught that. You were never taught that. because you were always forced to share everything you had, even if you didn't have much. And you will still do that. That's why they're going to give it to you. They're not saying get rid of that version of you. No. You're still a version of you that the reason the gift that you're getting is going to be so large is because you're supposed to share it. But you got to make sure you're straight first. And that's what you had to master. Me first, then the rest. It's my turn to take a selfish. Schitt's Creek. Scared to Die by Our Last Night is on. And I said, you had to go through that ego death. You had to go through it. I think you were afraid to let go, because when we let go of certain mindsets and certain patterns, it means we have to let go of certain people, places, and things as well. People that you might hold dear to your heart, but know that they're just not good for you. Okay? Because of that work that you have done for yourself, addressing your fears and doing it anyways, healing the parts of you that want to drain you empty without filling yourself. When you can heal all of that, well, you did heal all of it. That's why the sun is coming out. That's why this big opportunity is coming. This new life, this 10 of Pentacles. When this blessing comes in for you, you are meant to follow your heart. Treat others with the kindness that you have always treated. I'm hearing you're the type of person that probably has more respect for the maintenance people and the lower level people than the higher level people. Like you're probably like me. I understand hierarchies. I do, but I have no respect for them, because usually the higher up you are at the top, the less hard you're working, and you work harder usually towards the bottom. And so you're a person that respects people for who they are and what they put into the universe. You are the star, you are the moon, you are the high priestess. And the emperor in reverse. Yeah, you're not a person that values structure just because it's structure. You need logic to line up with the structure. I'm not going to respect the CEO just because he's the CEO when he's a potato. So you're a person that takes the time to get to know people and treat them as they deserve to be treated. Not just because you don't just treat them a certain way because of how they look or what their title is or any of that. I'm hearing you also don't notice things about people, like physical attributes, because they don't matter to you. And I'm not saying I don't see color, I'm colorblind. No. I'm just saying you don't pay attention to what shoes they're wearing and what clothes they're wearing, or if they've got their hair done in the coolest, newest trends. You don't pay attention to it because you don't value that. And so therefore you treat people as they are, as they come to you, not how they look, not how they are showing up. You don't care if it's designer or if it's the Dollar Tree, okay? But you being the sun, the moon, and the high priestess, all of your dreams are coming true because you are a seer, because you see things, you see through things, and you see things that others don't. You allow your higher power, your inner voice, and your intuition to guide almost everything it is that you do. And because you are so in alignment with your morals, your integrity, and God, Spirit, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, that is why it is coming in for you. Now the song What If by Keiko is on. This song is essentially a imposter syndrome song. What if I don't deserve it? What if I never find real love? What if I'm always searching, but the problem was me all along? What if I never get inspired to write another song? What if I bet my life and realize I was wrong? What if I'm not special? Just one of 7 billion chasing love. What if I am not enough? 9/11 on my timer. You are more than enough. You have proven to God, Spirit, the universe, and now they're going to prove to you you have always been enough. You have always been more than enough. You have always given more than enough. And all of that is being repaid to you with interest, because you are giving things that you didn't have. You were giving time and energy that you didn't have because you weren't giving it to yourself first. You were putting yourself in a deficit, and God, Spirit, the universe is going to pay you back for the deficit that you lived in your entire life. I love you so much. Congratulations. You're amazing. Kick that imposter syndrome.